Race car is another palindrome.
Race car is a palindrome. That's the one I know. So is Hannah. If you spell Hannah with an H.
That's true.
At the end.
Shout out Hannah.
And with that, welcome to the X episode of Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast.
It's my turn.
It is Adam's turn. We have a guest. His name is Adam.
It's me. Ah!
Oh yeah, you're right. We forgot to do that.
Onomatopoeia.
We need a clap sync to make sure all the mics are running correctly.
So like we were saying, it is Adam's turn on the microphone. Adam, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Adam.
All right. We just grabbed him off the street. We saw a guy walking down the road. We were like, "Hey, you want to come on the podcast?"
You want to be on the podcast?
I was under a bridge before this, so smoking some good
Oh, good
God.
Wait.
Wait, no. Put on fucking like a DVD screensaver.
Ooh.
Put on a DVD screensaver.
Or a video of monkeys. Actually, I like the DVD screensaver.
Because then like at some points like it'll just like
because it goes into the corner. Yeah.
Maybe it'll go in the corner.
Dude.
So yeah, we grabbed the man doing crack from under the bridge, and now he's here to do.
Now I'm here.
The podcast. Now.
No,
No, it's not gonna happen. We can't do this every time.
The DVD. It
no,
looks like it's going.
No,
This might have been a mistake. I am into this now.
So eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed that I said it's the X episode of Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast, and that's true. This is going in the backlog.
That's right.
Very epic.
The backlog.
This will probably come out during
Christmas time.
This will probably be the Christmas time episode.
This episode may never see the light of day.
No, it'll see the light of day. There's one that we made that I keep saying will see the light of day.
But we'll probably not
not going to see the light of day. No. See, this is a mistake. This was a mistake.
We could get a video of like there's this like Africa, like savannah.
Wait. This was a mistake. This is a mistake.
We can pull up the African savannah live. It's just a camera sitting out in the middle of the African savannah, and every once in a while you might see like a bird or something.
We should change it. This was a mistake.
Let's leave it on for like 5 more minutes.
Let's leave it on for a little bit, just in case. Just in case. Yeah. We the one that I keep saying we're gonna release, it is so beyond like fucked. The audio quality, I have to redub my entire part.
Brandon goofed up.
I didn't even goof up. It was the people who gave me the equipment. They gave me a bad cable.
Yeah, you goofed up.
They didn't even give me a bad cable. I picked a cable, noticed, because literally while we were setting up for that episode, I went, this cable looks bad. And then it was.
You goofed up because you just didn't want to use the lapel mic.
Yeah, because we had the option of using a nicer mic.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't we use a nicer mic,
But the lapel works just fine.
The lapel is quite good.
The lapel works fine. It would make it easier when we were recording if I could get the nice mic to work.
Yeah.
Because I have to do a lot more work with the lapel mic. But whatever, C'est la vie, que sera. We got to change this. We're good. We are mesmerized with the fucking DVD screensaver.
Wait.
No, it's not hitting that one.
No,
I think this one specifically, it only hits every 20 minutes.
Have you timed it?
God.
Someone else has.
Oh.
I don't know.
So is it random or is it a calculable
I think it's a calculable
thing.
thing.
No.
It follows a certain path.
I mean, it's just math. When it
Oh, I hate math.
It's just. I mean, that's all it is. It's just math.
Because I used to make Scratch.
Scratch.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to make DVDs.
I gotta change it. Oh my god.
I used to make things like this in Scratch.
Change it to like a Savannah live.
Yeah.
I used to make things like this in Scratch, and I would have a line so it would just track. It would just track whatever was going, the path it took, and so there's an actual path for it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even you could probably just trace this out. The one I'm thinking of is the ball in Brick Break.
Oh.
But there's no paddle at the bottom. So if you just operate under the assumption that the bottom also acts as one of the walls.
Yeah. It's so weird to me now when you pull up YouTube and you see a Try Guys video and there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, that was one of the things we talked about in the band episode. To date the episode. What is this? Adam, what is this?
What do you mean, bro?
What is... Okay.
This is what we need right now.
I think it is. Yeah, that was one of the things we talked about. And to date, the lost episode of Momscast.
We're thinking about that whole
The new lost episode of Momscast, not the
Try
old lost
Guys.
episode of Momscast.
Isn't one of them really bad?
One of them cheated on their wife and is now the ex-Try Guy.
But it wouldn't be that bad if he had.
It wouldn't be that. Yeah, if
wife.
he just cheated on his wife, it would be like, yeah, that sucks.
But like his whole brand
was I love my family.
Wife.
I love my wife and kids.
That's his brand.
That was his brand. Was I love my wife and kids.
You would buy the Try Guys like
merch.
So
merch, and he had like a bubblehead that you could press and he would say stuff.
Yeah,
and
he would be like, I love my wife.
Yeah.
Like literally, that was one of the lines.
Oh my god!
And then
I love
my
my
wife.
Does he just talk about his wife a lot?
Yes, that's his.
That's like his gimmick.
So each of them have like a gimmick. So like, you have two quirked up white boys. Well, one's a quirked up Jewish boy. So you have two quirked up white boys, and then you have Family Guy. Family Guy, but not Peter Griffin, and then you have the gay Asian one.
Yeah,
that's the Try Guys.
Yeah.
And now you got rid of the Family Guy one, so now you have two quirked up white boys and the gay Asian one.
They used to be a part of BuzzFeed.
They used to be on BuzzFeed, and then they left because BuzzFeed sucks.
Yeah, I mean BuzzFeed is still
all of those content farms, like they're just terrible to the like creators.
Yeah, I really like I follow this person on TikTok, and they used to work for Tasty, which is another content farm like BuzzFeed adjacent. They would make those like shitty cooking videos. That like the kind of ones you see on TikTok, and they were like, yeah, I just made this recipe because they were like, okay, do something about circles. And it was like, how the fuck are you supposed to come up with a whole 15-minute recipe just with like circles? And they come up with like a bunch of shit.
They'd come up with like the gimmicky recipes that you see on like social media. I'm trying to think of like ones in specific. It was like the viral food stuff.
5-minute crafts.
5-minute crafts. That stuff. Do you know that? That's actually, it's like Russia, Eastern Europe based.
Huh.
You know that like most of the newer TikTok ones are actually just like fetish videos disguised.
Yeah, I mean most of that stuff. It's the same stuff as like that. Do you remember that like Elsagate stuff?
It's fetish videos disguised stuff.
It's fetish bait.
Someone pays for that.
Fetish bait.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, no. Someone pays for that to get made, and then just make extra money by disguising it as something else.
Yeah,
because that's why they just be putting.
Hands and shit.
That's why they cover their hands in like glue and stuff.
Yeah, that's why they put like water.
It's like the Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
So like how the Nickelodeon dude was like obsessed with iCarly's feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't really okay. So it's like. I rewatched when they put it on Netflix when I was in like 10th or 11th grade. I rewatched like iCarly and Victorious, and like, oh my god, it doesn't really happen that much with iCarly because they're still like child actors.
Yeah.
But it still happens. Victorious, they were all like late teens about to be 20. So it's so bad with Victorious.
No,
it's so bad.
It's
so bad.
Where they had, I don't know if it was Ariana Grande or like Victoria Justice, and they were like they had her shake the potato, and they just had it.
That was Ariana Grande. They had the one they did with Victoria Justice was they put ketchup on her feet. They poured they had her put her bare feet up on a table, and they made her they poured ketchup all over her feet and made her like move her feet around and wiggle her toes covered in ketchup.
Yeah. Do you know that there's now an actual thing where like it's a job that they have people like review scripts of stuff or see episodes before they get like totally edited to be like, yeah, this might be fetish bait, and the textbook for it is a bunch of Totally Spies episodes.
Yeah, Totally Spies I could definitely see. I mean, there's just like cartoons in general, you have a lot of not cartoons in general. Certain stuff gets put in cartoons a lot because it uses like a visual gag.
Yeah.
And then it ends up just being like, oh, that's fetish bait.
Yeah, but do you know Totally Spies, Adam?
Spies?
Yeah,
the show was called Totally Spies.
I've never heard of it. I like Spies though.
It was more of a girl show. I hate to be like, oh, girl show, boy show. It was a girl show.
It was definitely a girl show.
Okay. I like Spies. I like
what
Spy
I
versus
don't even know
Spy.
what channel was aired on.
The black and white Spies.
In Panama, it was in Cartoon Network.
I feel like this was on.
This looks like a good show.
From what I've heard, it was pretty good.
Is it fetish bait?
Yes. Don't Google this on my fucking Google, dude. Don't be typing Totally Spies fetish bait.
No, there's a specific video. I'll Google it later.
Yeah.
But there's just a bunch
of weird shit that happens.
Yeah. So there's like one episode where they get turned into like cats.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
not fully cats. They're not like fully cats. They're like cat people. There's another one where they get shrinked, and then another one where they get like where they are big, and they have them tied up in like weird kinds of tied up multiple times. So that's the whole.
There's an inflation one for Totally Spies. There is an inflation one.
What the fuck? Inflation's weird, bro.
Inflation's bizarre to me, bro.
I'll just be on Twitter, and I'll be scrolling through Twitter, just like some random like subtweet, and then I'll just come across some like just out of pocket, boom, inflation porn.
Yeah. Have you ever just been like, okay, the hidden replies tweets? Have you ever seen one of those?
I'm sick of that gag.
I'm sick of that shit.
Rattle 'em, boys.
I'm sick of that shit. Like, don't it's like, because it's like it'll be like bait for something. It'll be like, I've never seen a hidden reply that was actually that bad, and then like people just post the most heinous shit in the replies. Like the one I think of, it's like not even that bad. Okay, so again, this is me going. I have had unfiltered internet access since I was like 8.
Okay.
So this is like, there's one where it's like, it looks like one of those graphics that would play on a bowling alley screen like after you get like a strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. We just had something come up on the
Go
TV.
ape.
And so what it was is it's just like, it's the ball rolling towards a single pin, and then it hits the pin, and a giant comes out of the bowling ball, and it starts just like the bowling pin. I'm gonna censor this really heavily. It starts the bowling pin. The bowling pin gets and then it pops and all comes out.
And it shoots out. It blasts off the bowling balls like a absolute rocket.
No, have you seen the one where the bowling pin or the bowling ball gets crucified?
Ooh.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, I've seen one where it's there's some really bad ones.
There's some really bad ones.
There's one that it's just when you hit a split, but it's because you hit two lone pins. It's a 9/11 graphic.
I saw one where there's like the bowling ball has like it just like opens fire on like a crowd of bowling pins with like a machine gun.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I need to know who comes up with the bowling, like who came up with the bowling alley graphics. Like I need to know.
I just want to talk. I want to have a conversation.
No, like for real. So you know Defunctland?
Who?
It's a YouTube channel that mainly talks about like theme parks and stuff.
Huh.
Defunctland. Have you ever seen their stuff?
No.
The latest thing they made was I think like an hour and a half documentary about the Disney Channel like theme song, just like the four notes, the bop 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 bop, and who made that, because it's just really hard to find like actual information on who came up with that.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. I saw the long video essay / documentary that I watched instead of the Defunctland one was the Roblox oof sound origin. So pretty much
I heard about that. The dude went back and like tried to get money from Roblox,
so that the guy didn't even make
it.
He didn't even make it. The guy who's been trying to make money off of it
didn't
make it.
Huh.
No, but like I want to make a documentary like that about who the fuck made like the first bowling alley like graphic. I need to know.
Like the first dirty one or the first
like the first
ever?
Just the first weird one.
Yeah, the first weird one.
Because it's like, I'm trying to think, the ones by my house growing up in Kingston was, so if you got a gutter ball, it was the ball would jump off of a bridge with a bungee cord, try to grab a pin, and then it would shoot back up, but then the bungee would snap and the ball would go into space.
Mine, if you got a gutter ball, mine were space teams, so you would have like an UFO abduct the ball.
What mine would do if you got like a gutter ball is the screen would just start playing hardcore porn.
It would just
straight
like
from
it would just call you a pussy.
It'd be like,
it would just call you
nice
a pussy.
try, little bitch.
Nice try, dick. One time, me and my friends were like just bowling, because we would just go to just like shoot the shit, because we had dollar bowling.
Dollar bowling?
Dollar bowling?
Dollar bowling, yeah.
That's a bargain.
So it was if you went
work?
Thursday nights, it was $1 for the shoe rental, $1 to get the lane, and then it was $1 per person per game.
So it was
how long would you get the
$3
lane?
bowling.
What?
How long would you get that lane for?
Till you left.
For a dollar?
So
Per
dollar
game,
bowling, it would start at 8 and then it would go until midnight.
Dude,
Okay, so you get the lane for
You get the lane for 4 hours.
For 10 rounds.
For 4 hours.
Yeah, each game is like 10 rounds.
Each game is 10. Yeah, each game is 10 frames. That's how bowling works.
Yeah, because like the way it works back home is that you get the lane, you get it for time, not per game.
Yeah. So we were just kind of there for Dollar Bowling Day. There was this guy next to us, and he was like a fucking machine. Bro was getting strike after strike. So he's on the 10th frame. He's gotten a strike every single frame before this. So he's like about to bowl a perfect game. And then bro hits 9 pins on the 10th frame.
Oh,
no. And I was like,
I would simply scream.
Oh, absolutely. We were just like, what? We weren't like we were just sitting down like watching it because we were like, holy shit. Because like when people bowl really well, it's very impressive to me.
Yeah.
Like, because they got the whole wind up and everything. Like,
have you guys seen that video of the guy who is like the professional bowler, and then he's like, I'm about to like get a strike or something, and then he like bowls a strike, and he's at like the national competition like championships for bowling, and he's like, oh man, I forget what he says, but it's really funny. I'm gonna look it up.
I have not seen this video. I've not, but like bowling is very impressive to me because like again, you just gotta be a fucking machine.
It's
to bowl well.
Bowling's very funny to me as a sport. Like as a sport, it's very funny to me because like bowling is the opposite of golf, but also the same thing.
Oh, here it is. He says, "Who do you think you are? I am." Can I play it on the TV?
Sure. Yeah, you can pull it up on the TV. Go for it. Like just the wind up. Like honestly, it's so impressive to me. I wish I was able to curve a bowling ball. I cannot.
I've seen this before.
And he's just screaming at one of the dudes he's competing against. Who you think you are? I am.
Oh my god.
The Riz. This
dude does have a lot of riz.
Dude, no.
He has some unspeakable riz.
I think bowling's really goofy. Like not gonna lie, bowling's like a goofy sport.
Sport that I think is goofy is darts. I think darts is a goofy ass sport. Darts is fun. I love darts. I love like throwing darts. It's just a goofy ass sport to watch. It's a goofy.
You know what's a goofiest sport to watch?
Trampoline.
Cornhole.
I agree with that.
Have you seen the people at cornhole tournaments?
Yes.
It's like a bunch of like just like mullets just playing cornhole.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking redneck game, dude.
These are all games that I think I'm very good at before I start playing them, and then a little bit into playing them, I realize that I'm not as good as I thought.
Oh, 100%. I'm good at darts relative to my friends.
I suck at darts. I love playing.
I love darts. Dude.
I am very good at iMessage darts.
He did the thing. He did the thing. We usually crack a can open. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
My friend had a dartboard in his garage, and so we would just hang out in his garage and we just throw darts. So like legit for like 3 years straight, all I did when I went to my one friend's house, and we went to this friend's house every single weekend, was just throw darts in the garage for a couple hours. Nice. So I got pretty good at throwing darts.
My mom pulled out a dartboard out of the basement when my dad was moving, and I put it up in the garage.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see so I put a piece of paper.
Was it like a nice like cork dartboard or?
Yeah, it was old. It was old.
Yeah.
You don't find those anymore.
No, you really don't.
I put it up on the garage wall.
Yeah.
And I put a piece of paper on it, and I drew 4 quadrants on it.
Yeah.
And I threw darts probably like 100 to 200 times at the piece of paper, and then I just wanted to see like what my spread was.
Yeah.
So if I was like throwing to the right or to the left, and I was mainly hitting like bottom right corner.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that.
You tried to adjust.
I hate statistics. No, I don't even throw darts. I was just like, I'm gonna do this for like an hour and see what happens.
when I would go to my friend's house with the dartboard, sometimes like what we would do is like, we would just like fucking like baseball chuck the darts at the board. So we would just like overhand throw the darts.
Oh, dude!
And like we put so many holes in my friend's garage wall.
No,
because it's like when you put up like an actual dartboard, like you're just accepting the fact there's gonna be holes in your wall.
Yeah. No, I the thing I did when I had a dartboard is that I would like try to like trick shot them, even though I wasn't really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just like grab 3 darts like in between my fingers. I was like. And I'll always get at least one in the dartboard, which I thought was really impressive.
That is pretty good.
We would do like actual dart games. Like we would do like I think the one we did mostly was baseball.
Baseball.
I don't know if you know how that one works.
I know how like darts, like that the darts.
So yeah, the game we would play with the dartboard was baseball. So you take turns throwing at the dartboard, and so the different parts of the board have different like scores. So there's like 1, 2, and 3 points depending on which part of the board you hit, and you go from 1 to 9 on the dartboard, which are like spread all like in different spots. So it's just who can be the most like precise. With the darts.
Oh, gotcha.
Have you guys ever played beer darts?
Beer darts?
Yes.
For legal reasons, no.
We obviously play it with water.
Yeah.
For actual
of
reasons,
legal
also
drinking
no.
age. I'm of age.
I haven't played, so
Can I describe it?
Go for it.
yeah.
So pretty much what you do. This is a common pastime of college students in Fort Collins, Colorado, especially in the wintertime when it's cold.
Okay.
So you go outside, grab a couple of pals and a case of beer and some darts, and then you make a circle of everybody in the group, makes a big circle, and then you put your beer down in between your legs by your feet on the ground.
Okay.
And then you have one dart, and then the person who starts tries to throw the dart at anybody in the circle's beer.
If it punctures.
And if you hit the beer and it punctures and like leaves a hole, you have to drink down to the hole. And if it hits the top, then you have to kill your entire beer.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
That sounds pretty fun.
But when it goes wrong, after I don't know, like your
few
third
beers.
or fourth
this
game
seems
of
like this
beer
seems
darts,
like a game where you get hit by a dart.
that
Or
happens.
someone gets hit by a dart.
There's been one, from what I've seen, there's been one hospital visit.
Really?
To the shin.
A hospital visit for a dart to the shin?
Yeah, dude.
Because it hits bone. You don't have a lot of meat there.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
It hits
now that I'm
bone.
thinking about it,
And it's all
like,
nerve endings on your shin
Yeah,
too.
'cause
Like
you
that.
that's gonna
It hits
hurt.
bone.
Because
Like right away.
like if you got hit almost anywhere else, obviously if you got like hit in like the eye or like a fucking like your dickhead with a dart, like you'd go to the hospital for it. But like if you got hit anywhere else with a dart, you'd probably be fine to just pull it out and just like disinfect it.
What if it like went into your thigh, like the meat of your thigh?
That would fucking like.
It
It would depend on how
as
far
far
it
as
goes.
it's not an artery, you'll be fine.
Actually, it would depend on how far the dart goes. So it depends on how hard you're like throwing the dart.
That would be so. I'd hate that. I hate getting like stuck with stuff.
Because I feel like if you were
Like needles.
most people don't throw a dart hard enough for like, let's say you did get hit in the thigh, it's not gonna go super far into your thigh. Like I think it would just like stick in like the upper layers of your skin.
I throw darts really hard. Mine would go like down
You're
to
throwing
the.
the darts too hard.
Mine would go down
You're
to
supposed
the
to throw the.
flights.
You're supposed to
Mine
throw the
would go
dart
through
hard
Brandon.
enough. Yeah.
I thought that's really hard. They would true Brandon. Like
Mine would go.
They'll leave a
through,
hole
yeah.
there.
Yeah, my friend had to get a new back wall to his garage because one of us threw the dart so hard it just like
Whoa.
went through the garage.
This monkey, right? Wait, I just want to commentate on what this monkey is doing in the video. It's eating a durian fruit,
Oh no, monkey.
which
Well, they like it.
I mean, they're jackfruit. I guess is also what their name is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like it. They grow where I'm from.
Yeah. Do they smell bad?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like what they're known for. They smell
some
really
people
bad.
really like it. They sell
Yeah.
like back
They're
home.
expensive.
Back home, it's really easy to find in the supermarkets just durian fruit yogurt.
That
Yeah.
sounds actually
Does
kind
that
of fire.
does it smell bad but taste good?
No, I don't like the taste of it.
What does it taste like?
I don't know. I've had
It looks
once
like it
when I was
tastes
a child.
creamy. Like it has
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
creamy
it is creamy.
texture.
It is creamy.
Now a bear's eating the
Oh,
durian.
dude, that bear is happy right
Bear's
now.
about
That's a
to
sun
be
bear.
feasted. Yeah.
Sun bear.
That's
There
a
you
sun
go.
bear.
If bears are so dangerous, why are they friendshipped?
Dude,
Well, dude, I hate bear. Bears are my worst nightmare.
Bears scare the shit out of me. Like that's my one thing about forestry where it's like if I'm moving to like where I want to move for my job, like there's a very real chance I'll have to carry bear spray and like a fucking gun on me.
I have bear spray. I don't have a
want to
gun.
ride a bear.
I don't, dude.
I
Freaking,
do
I
not.
used to have reoccurring nightmares of me being mauled and stalked by a
I
bear.
also used to have recurring nightmares of me getting killed by a bear.
Yeah.
I don't know
it
why.
is
No, me.
terrifying.
It's terrible.
I wanna become like spiritually, mentally, and physically that crazy forest man.
Crazy forest man.
Yeah.
So
Like that. Like,
That's how I'm trying to be too.
dude, it's just like I just
I
wanna
want to
like.
be like those monkeys.
Yeah.
Because those are like the snow monkeys, right? I don't
Did you
know
see
what word is.
the monkey sucking on the titty earlier?
I
Did you guys see that?
Brandon-
Trying to be that monkey.
Brandon's gonna be working in the national park service or something, and he's gonna hear something weird, and this is gonna be me eating like raw venison, just like that, just
Liver King?
like
Liver
crouch.
King, who's a steroid user.
Exposed.
That was.
I can't believe the Liver King uses
I
steroids.
can't believe he's not natty.
Would have thought.
Who would have thought? Yeah, seriously.
I suspected. And I was like, wow, this dude looks completely natty.
Oh yeah, he looks.
He's
fun.
as natty as natty light.
If he was like a little chubbier in the gut region, I would have been like, okay, maybe he is natty.
Dude, his abs are like freaking potato size.
Oh,
like
yeah.
each ab is like the size of a rock.
That's also like they call him Liver King because his liver will be killing him.
Oh right, because I mean, if he's
Steroids
taking all
are
these
terrible, yeah.
steroids,
Steroids are like steroids. Like
Well,
if you abuse steroids,
Well,
they
but
actually will shut down each of your organs.
He did
Yikes.
come out saying that he's only using steroids with like a trained.
With a trained steroid user.
but still not
We're-
good
no, we're-
for
we're
you.
still-
still
a trained
steroids,
clinician.
dude. It's
Like-
still
like-
steroids, dude.
Yeah, but here's like there's
If you're a man
all I'm
taking
gonna say-
testosterone and you do not need to be taking testosterone, it will unironically make you more feminine.
Really?
Yeah.
So
when
if-
you get off.
If you have like normal testosterone producing,
If you have normal testosterone
and you start taking
and
more,
if you start juicing,
it's like a double negative, dude.
yeah.
The thing is, what happens is that
Damn.
it just atrophies
Your body,
balls.
yeah, it atrophies your
What?
balls, and then it spikes up your estrogen
Yeah.
production.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
'Cause
I
you-
I feel like it'd make your balls bigger.
No,
no, because your body, you're like flooding
Yeah,
yourself.
Oh my
your body,
God.
your balls don't need to produce like testosterone, so they
True.
just don't
so
work.
they atrophy. Yeah.
What
And
happens if you give yourself estrogen? Do they get?
If
is
you
it
give yourself
reversed?
estrogen, you turn into a woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is how people this is how trans women can grow breasts.
Oh, So estrogen will not make your balls bigger.
Correct. Actually,
Okay.
so you actually do need to take testosterone blockers though if you're going to do that.
Because your body,
Because
tries
your
to
body
balance it
your
out.
body will try to compensate, and then your like hormones will get really fucked up.
Yeah.
But like if fucking Liver King was like just like obviously he's like really like if he was really muscular but like also just like kind of fat, I would have been like, okay, maybe he is natty.
But
he has
or
like
if he
those
just,
fucking
like, didn't-
gigantic abs.
he
he's
just didn't-
primal. He's a primal man, bro. Come on.
Yeah, primal ancient people. Our ancestors were not fat.
They
They
were
looked
not.
exactly like him.
They looked
Yeah.
exactly
because
like
they
Liver
followed the
King, yeah.
9 ancestral
They,
tenets.
they ate the raw meat, and they definitely ate raw meat, and there's definitely no anthropological evidence that people have been cooking meat for like as long as we've had access to fire.
And you don't eat the normal like the muscle meat.
You eat the
only
balls.
eat the balls and you eat
The
the
liver.
guts, bro.
I never
You
watched
don't eat
Liver
any
King.
like muscle.
I just watched like the videos where it's like this Liver King guy's kind of like a fucking psycho.
I really enjoyed his videos.
I
I'm not
do
gonna
like
lie.
his videos. They're funny.
Dude,
don't
I saw
know.
a
'Cause
TikTok.
I always thought it was funny where he's like, I have like a fucking what's a Fermi cage? Is that the thing where
Yeah.
it
Fermi
signals
cage,
cage?
yeah.
He's like a Faraday cage.
Faraday cage.
He's like, yeah, I have a fucking Faraday cage in my bedroom so
Why?
that no signals can get in and out. And then he's like, you are posting you make your living posting videos to YouTube.
Yeah, he has like a Faraday cage around his bedroom, so no 5G
electromagnetic,
waves and
no 5G waves.
and
Dude,
electromagnetic
that's crazy
stuff.
that a gorilla can climb a tree. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever seen
I don't
a
think I've
gorilla
ever seen
climb
a
a
gorilla
tree.
climb up a tree.
Like I
before.
know they could, but like
Yeah,
I've
like
never
it's one of those
seen
things
it.
where it's like I feel like obviously I knew they could in my head, but it just like seeing it, like it just kind of looks weird. But yeah, like he's got like this cage around. He's like, yeah, no 5G's getting in my brain. Like I don't know. I also think it's funny with like the 5G stuff and like the microchips kind of stuff, where it's like Bill Gates is like, I'm going to be donating money to like world hunger stuff. And people are like, Bill Gates, you're going to fucking microchip us. Fuck you. And then Elon Musk comes and he's like, I am literally going to put a microchip in your brain. And people are like, ooh, Daddy Elon. Daddy Elon.
Puppet.
Dude, no. Elon. So this is the funniest thing about Elon Musk is that, like, 2 years ago, you ask someone about Elon Musk, and they're like, "Oh no, he has like pretty good ideas. You know, he's going to space with SpaceX."
Public perception of Elon Musk
Fast
has changed.
forward.
Yeah.
And now it's that man is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like Elon Musk. What happened?
I don't know. Adam, what are your thoughts on Elon?
How do you lose a body like Grimes?
What are your thoughts on Elon?
When I was in high school, I thought Elon Musk was daddy. But
Yeah.
I was in like, I don't know, I was in like the astronomy club and stuff, and we always talked about like
SpaceX.
SpaceX
does a lot of cool stuff. It's just Elon Musk is not as involved with it as he wants people to think he is.
Yeah. And he kind of just like builds off the success of other people is what it seems like.
Yes.
Like he's definitely very good at like putting it all together, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think he's like the whole big science man people make him out to be. And he honestly is kind of an idiot.
I think I saw a thing recently where it's like his degree in physics might actually be like fake.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I was also on the Elon Musk epic like 4 or 5 years ago when like the subscribe to PewDiePie thing was big.
Yeah.
With like because then he had Elon Musk on meme review.
And dude, that deer meme was I lost my shit at that too, bro.
Like Elon Musk is funny like once every like 100,000 attempts he makes to be funny. He is not a funny man. He is not a funny
What are you talking about, bro? He's the meme king.
He wants to think he is. There's this really good picture where it's like the x-axis the x-axis is what do you call it? The x-axis is wants to be funny, and then the y-axis is whether
funny.
or not they are funny.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ted Cruz is top left, which is does not want to be funny, is incredibly funny. There's just Ted Cruz up there. And then opposite corner is Elon, where like desperately wants to be funny, is not funny.
Who doesn't want to be funny? It's not funny.
Ted Cruz.
No.
Who doesn't want to be funny? That's not like that's just most people.
Doesn't want to.
Who would you say wants to be funny and it's like actually really funny?
Comedians.
Doesn't want to be
Give me a
funny,
name.
but he's actually very funny.
Doesn't want to be funny, but is actually very funny. Joe Biden.
Oh Lord.
Joe Biden.
Dude, doesn't want to be funny, but it's actually really funny.
I would also go.
Tucker Carlson.
No.
Nah, I don't think Tucker's that funny. I like the edits people make of Tucker Carlson.
That's true.
Like
At
the
this point,
it's over. It's never been more over than it is
It's
right
really
now.
hard
That's a
to
really
tell.
good one.
Nowadays, it's really hard to tell which ones are real and which ones are not.
On the other hand, with Elon in Desperately Wants to Be Funny is not funny. Amy Schumer.
Most definitely Amy Schumer. She kind of.
She just is not.
Well, she like steals people's stuff too.
There's compilations and compilations of Amy Schumer selling jokes.
Oh no, I've seen some of those. I've definitely seen some of those. I'm trying to think of other Desperately Wants to Be Funny is not funny.
You know
Us, we fall in that.
No, there's a Desperately Wants to Be Gay is not gay. Harry Styles.
Yes, yeah. If we're gonna make like Desperately Wants to Be Gay is not gay. Harry Styles.
That man is trying his hardest to break gender norms.
Yes. I feel like we talked about this. I mean, I talk about this with you a lot, just like in general, because it's something that just bothers me.
He's passionate about it.
I'm passionate about this.
I just saw a movie that Harry Styles was in.
What movie? Was it My Policeman? Or?
No, it was like the one where they...
what's the other one?
He like traps his girlfriend or his wife or whatever.
Don't Worry, Darling. Don't Worry, Darling. Was it that one?
Might have been that one. I think it's in there like in the 50s or something.
Yeah, that's Don't Worry, Darling.
I thought that was a good-ass movie. And I thought he did a fantastic job. And I'm proud of him. I don't like his music.
I heard he was really good in Dunkirk, and he hasn't been in like anything really good since then.
He's a hit or miss actor. That's what happens.
I was like, Dunkirk? Oh, that was a good movie.
Very good.
Yeah, I love Dunkirk. I do like war movies, though.
I have to get... There's a bunch of movies just on my backlog that I have to like blow through. You know what else we got to blow through?
This mid-roll?
Today, we are taking a look into the Momscast studio, deep in the wilds of Fort Collins, Colorado. As you can see, the individual that resides here, known as Maidenless Resericus, clearly does not get any play. No hose, as can be seen by the 6-foot anime girl plastered on his wall. Along comes Hispanicus co-hosticus, here to make an episode of the podcast. Let's see what these two get up to.
You ready to record?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking we do today? I'm thinking we talk about like
No.
I don't know.
Let's just shoot the
let's
shit.
just see where it goes. See where it goes.
Yeah. Also,
I don't know.
remember to follow the podcast.
Yeah, I think we got to get like the bit down for like the mid rolls, because I think it's got to be like follow Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Momscast, and on Spotify and Apple Music at Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's about right.
I think that's about it.
Should we die again on this one?
No.
Okay.
I think that's about it. I think that's what we're looking for on this one.
Yeah.
And with that, welcome back to the...
We're
back.
Round 2, baby.
Round 2.
We're
We're back.
back.
Put the monkeys back on.
Monkey.
We need a new monkey video. Hold on. What's wrong with you guys? Jesus fuck. Big cats.
Yo, my dick out. Harambe. My dick stay out.
Well, we're back. We have big cats on the screen now. We've finished the monkey video.
Big kitty.
Is that the?
We actually finished the monkeys?
Yes, we did finish.
Is
it.
that the
Ow.
Jacksonville Jaguar?
Dude, this cat is just panting.
It
at
is.
us.
It
Is
is
this just like
tired. It's tired.
It's tired.
It's a tired boy.
Ugh.
He's getting ready to slump. What's my?
What's your Patronus?
What's your
No,
spirit
for real.
animal?
I'm an otter.
You're an otter?
I'm like an Atlantic or Pacific sea otter.
I have to think about this actually.
I would have to think about this one. Well, I'm a Sigma male, so my spirit animal would have to be the lone wolf.
I think my spirit animal will be like something goofy, like goofy and funny.
I can see you being a bird.
I think I'd be a cuckoo bird.
Victor would be a kookaburra.
That's right.
I would be
No,
like...
you know what? I'd be a fucking I'd probably be a cuckoo bird. Yeah. Bing bong. Bing bong.
I feel like I'd be like a black bear.
I feel like you'd be a fish.
Yeah, you'd be a fish.
You'd be like a carp.
You'd be one of those ugly deep sea fish.
Damn. I'll be a lemur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, that'd be kind of hard. You know those lemurs?
Hello, Mort. Please stop trying to lick my feet, Mort.
Mort, I cannot move my legs. I cannot move it. King Julian! I don't know. I feel like being a lemur would be pretty goofy. The lemurs are goofy little animals.
She was munching on
I
it.
used to be very big into I had an animal phase when I was a kid.
They chose hands for feet.
I was a dinosaur kid.
Were you an animal, dinosaur, or Greek mythology kid?
Dude, I'm a geology major. I was a dinosaur kid. Big
Hell
time.
yeah.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Well, it'd have to be the one that I found.
Cool.
No, I'm just
found
kidding. No, I did find one, but I think hadrosaurs are pretty cool.
What is a hadrosaur?
Hadrosaurs are like the guys with the really big long tube on the back of their head that live in the swamps.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're called it's a subsect of hadrosaur. It's the parasaurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
I like that good old pterodactyl.
Isn't that
Hard
not a
P.
dinosaur?
The pterodactyl?
Isn't that
No,
not
it's not a dinosaur.
And what happened to the pterodactyl?
Should I just say
It's a
it
reptile,
normally?
dog. It's not a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's not a dinosaur.
Pterodactyl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
it's not a dinosaur.
Why?
Because it's missing
It's like
a certain
taxonomy
part of
stuff,
its
yeah.
its skull.
It's missing its penis.
It doesn't have a dick.
No penis. It's not
That's
a
so
dinosaur.
weird.
It doesn't.
I like pronouncing
no
the P though,
weeby.
the pterodactyl.
I kind of like sauropods. Sauropods are pretty cool.
Sauropods are cool.
You know what's a pretty close second?
What?
Triceratops.
We found one of those. Well, not a triceratops. We found a pentaceratops.
Whoa.
Is that like 5 horns?
No, it has 3 horns, like 3 distinct horns, but it has a 5 little. They're kind of like flaps, like the top of its crest.
Oh, okay.
Of its mantle.
Yeah. I get it.
Or whatever you call. I don't know.
The head.
The big shield thing.
Yeah,
It has like 5
yeah.
little like things, like
Yeah.
flaps that come
okay,
down.
That's cool.
You know what's a cool one? That one that had like the maze tail.
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
ankylosaur.
yeah, an ankylosaur. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think iguanodons are cool too. They're pretty cool.
Type
Is that
of
what they're called?
closely
Yeah.
related to hadrosaurs.
They're pretty cool.
No.
Dinosaurs are just kind of cool.
Dinosaurs are cool.
I've usually been more interested by like Ice Age mammals than I have dinosaurs though.
You got a saber
Because that stuff, it's like stuff but bigger and cooler.
Yeah, dude.
Like saber-toothed tigers, woolly mammoths,
Big ass wolves.
dire wolves.
Yeah.
Big fucking bears.
Oh, dude,
Huge bears.
Megatheriums or the sloths.
Yeah, giant ground sloths.
Yeah, and they're still finding the burrows, and the burrows go like miles in like underground, and you can walk standing up in them, which is insane.
Like I had this game on my computer called Zoo Tycoon 2.
Oh,
did you ever play it?
yeah, I played. I played the Nintendo one.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Zoo Tycoon 2. I've spent so many hours playing that game as a kid. So we had the Ultimate Edition. So that had like the 3 DLC packs. So it had like the endangered animals, aquatics, and then it had extinct animals.
Okay.
So it had like dinosaurs, and it had like just like prehistoric, prehistoric mammals, and it had like some more like recently extinct stuff. So that was really cool.
Bird.
Yeah, it had like
Dodo bird.
Dodos were around until like the 1800s, right?
Dodo didn't deserve what he got.
It was around until like the 1800s, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I really want to taste a dodo bird.
I feel like it would
Yeah, if there was a dodo, if there was one dodo bird left, I'd be like
munch.
About to eat.
Be like munch.
Like
I think my curiosity.
They went extinct because people were eating them.
Yeah,
they got hunted.
I want you know how like good that shit has to be to like eradicate the whole dodo population.
I don't know.
I want to see what they were going on.
Well, it's like they killed almost the entire bison population in the Western U.S. But that's just because they were they were just like, I don't even know why they did that. They were just like, they were just like, these are in the way of the rails, right?
Well, no, it was because it was how the Native Americans, the indigenous people who like the white man came in, was like, we have to cut off their food supply, and their like livelihood, because like they would follow the herds of bison.
Okay.
And that's how they would like, I don't know, they used the bison to like make their
they would do a bunch. Yeah, they would use like every part of the bison.
Yeah.
That was Have you ever seen the picture where it's just like the mountain of like bison skulls,
dude?
That's
crazy.
That picture,
that's
hard. Insane. Yeah, it goes hard a little bit, but it's also just like
it does kind of go hard.
It does kind of go hard, but it's also kind of crazy.
Hard in like a fucking punk rock kind of way.
Yeah, when I was up at Rocky Mountain National Park doing some field work, they were telling me, because I was with some people who worked in the park. So you're not allowed to take anything out of the park. So when like the rangers find like elk skulls, they'll just like hide it in places for like the other rangers to find. Yeah. So we just found like a pretty recent like elk skull just placed on a rock, and I was like, that goes hard. That goes hard.
I found a couple times. I found like in Rocky Mountain backpacking, I found like entire moose skeletons, which are stripped and everything.
So the moose in Rocky Mountain National Park is a really funny thing to me, because moose are not native to Colorado.
Really?
They are not native. They are not native to Colorado. They're
Canada.
Well, obviously in like the northern U.S. They brought the moose in from northern Utah, I believe.
Interesting.
But they brought them in by helicopter. They killed one of the moose, dropping it out of a helicopter.
Bruh.
So that always is really funny to me, because it's like
on your backyard, just a moose just like makes
so what actually happened was the moose only fell like 8 to 10 feet.
Aww.
And it just died because like,
that's not even like a funny height to be
like,
dropped.
Yeah, that's
if
not,
it was from like 100 feet, that'd be
if it was from like 1,000 feet in the air and there was just like a Looney Tunes moose shaped crater in the ground. Like, yeah, that'd be really funny. But like,
8 feet's kind of sad. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
But yeah, so like in my mind, I like to just imagine like they just dropped the moose from like 2,000 feet above the ground, and it fell for a little bit. It's like,
I was envisioning like they're like
moose shaped crater. No, and then there's like a guy like walking. He notices like the big moose shadow, and he holds up a sign, just like, "Oh no!" And then just flat.
I was envisioning the helicopter. So they have the like strapped.
Yeah, like in a net.
Yeah. I was envisioning like the helicopter flying at high rates of speed over the forest or something, or like going through the city, and then the moose just like splats against like a tree or something.
I imagine that it's like a high speed like helicopter, and the moose is just going, but the moose has like little goggles on.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like fucking like Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how they like move cows and stuff like
that?
Yeah. Imagine like, what do you think's going through the cow's head when it's like,
I don't know,
being airlifted?
Well, because it's like, have you ever seen the ones where like it starts spinning. Just how the net's secured.
Dude, the video where there's like the lady was like hiking or whatever, and then just like going into like terminal velocity.
I had this conversation earlier, but it's like that's just be a like surreal experience for the animal.
Yeah.
But I think that's like surreal less experience for any animal is that if you're like a female lobster.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and you get picked up
and you get pulled out of the ocean into the lobster.
You get
trap.
pulled out of the ocean, the lobster trap.
Fucking
but
God holds you. They clip you.
They take you. They see you have eggs. They cut your tail. Like a nudging to your tail, they give you a fish and they throw you back
into the water.
I love that dude, bro. He gives them all snacks.
like as a lobster, what's going through your brain?
Probably not a lot. I don't think lobsters got a lot going on up there.
I saw one of those, and he had like 3 lobsters. And he like didn't give any of them.
It's a fucking saber-toothed tiger on the fucking TV.
That's kind of scary, actually.
It's like saber-tooth. I feel like a saber-toothed tiger would be like one of the scariest things.
You know what's interesting though is their teeth were actually very fragile.
Yeah,
I would believe that.
And so like
because they kept growing.
The fangs would break off.
Yeah, I think it's because they kept growing. Because I think it would be like with like.
Or
you know how,
when they would like bite something, they had the possibility of just snapping off.
I feel like that's a survival thing though.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you risk the teeth getting stuck, and if something's like coming up to like charge you while you're like eating, like if you're like in a carcass like eating, like I feel like you need the fangs to be able to like snap off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a hyena.
I feel like it would be like a beaver where it just keeps growing. I don't know if that's how it worked though.
It's kind of crazy how they were still able to eat. Like despite it's like almost like a cage over their face, but if you've seen like diagrams or pictures of it, like the amount that the saber-toothed tiger could articulate his jaw, like the angle it'd make from the top of his mouth to the bottom of his mouth.
What that mouth do?
What that mouth do, bro?
You know that there's some talk about how maybe there was some saber-tooth that could actually like hide the teeth.
Oh,
like retract the teeth?
Yeah, it would like that it had a pretty bad underbite or something. Like the skin would be enough to like hide the teeth.
Whoa.
That would be something.
It makes sense. It's probably
I don't know.
It's probably cleaner.
Have you ever been to the Denver Museum of Science?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, you weren't there when we went last year.
Yeah.
That is like those the taxidermies, those are so weird to me. Taxidermies are weird to me, like museum taxidermies.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna munch. It's
gonna eat the There's a little baby like I don't know what that is. It's a little baby.
This is the definition of skill issue.
Bro just got like spawn camped. Yeah, like those taxidermies are so weird to me because they have like the extinct animals section, and it's just like seeing like how big this stuff would have been. It's kind of scary.
Dude, what really fucked me up? Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah,
okay.
We've been fucking cursing like sailors.
Okay, but what messed me up was I went when I was little. Yeah, so I was a small little child,
small little lad,
and I was at the Denver Museum.
Small little lad, only 6 foot instead of the 9 feet 8 inches you are now.
And I saw the moose, like their stuffed taxidermy moose.
Yeah,
and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, moose are scary.
These fuckers are huge.
Oh fuck. Okay, going back to the moose thing from a little bit earlier. We'll come back to the Denver stuff.
We went full circle.
We'll come back to the Denver stuff. On those thing that. So there is this thing they call Moosezilla in Rocky Mountain National Park right now. It is like it just sneaks up because moose are silent. You can't hear a fucking moose come up behind you. Like even though it's like 900 pounds and like 12 feet tall, you can't hear it come up behind you.
Yeah. And
so it's like this giant bull moose that will just sneak up on researchers while they're doing work in like this one part of the park. Because there's parts of the park where they're trying to grow. I forget what type of tree they're trying to grow like trees in the park to see like what they need to do to actually grow them efficiently. And so the bull moose jumps the fence to get into where these trees are.
Oh my god.
And then will just sneak up on the researchers, and when the researchers notice, it will charge the researchers.
Oh my god.
Lord. Moose are terrifying.
They're scary.
You I think he's trying to get revenge for something.
Probably.
Like, fuck you,
it knows the one they dropped.
Bro. They're scary, but they're beautiful creatures at the same time.
In all the beauty of God's creations.
I had a 4-star biff too.
Don't kill Pumbaa. Don't kill
There's
Pumbaa.
a lion chasing a warthog on the screen right now.
The pig looks like the warthog looks like my girlfriend's dog.
Yeah. So going back to the Denver stuff, Like, yeah, that big stuff, like that big taxidermy moose they have there, scary shit.
Terrifying, bro. I once took a poop. I was backpacking in Rocky Mountain National Park, and I was taking a poop on a privy. And so a privy, do y'all know what privies are?
I do not know what a privy is.
I
A
think
privy is a toilet, and it's like an outhouse, except it only has like 2 walls.
Okay.
So it's like an open air toilet. So I was taking a poop, and in the distance, probably like maybe like 300 yards in front of me, I saw a mama moose and its little baby moose just chilling, grazing, eating some grass. It was cool.
Beauty of God's creations.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
when we were at when we were driving through the park, because we didn't go like into the park. We were just there to do research, and it's pretty close to the entrance. So we did actually see a decent bit of stuff there. So there were a lot of elk we saw there. Because, okay, so Rocky Mountain National Park has a carrying capacity for elk at around, like, I think it's between 5 and 800. And the park currently has almost 3,000 elk.
Dude, I ran into an elk there before as well.
Yeah. So there's just and that's why there's no trees at Rocky Mountain National Park. Like new trees. Yeah. So anytime any like foliage pops up, the elk just eat it.
It makes sense, man. Have you ever heard about how the moose are making the rivers bigger? The rivers and streams bigger at Rocky Mountain? So they live in the super like riparian, like wet areas.
Yeah.
And they like to eat like all the young stuff, all the new stuff, because that's like where all the energy's at.
Oh, yeah.
So they eat like all the vegetation on the sides of like streams and like water bodies. And since there's no vegetation holding down the dirt anymore, it just gets washed downstream, which makes the river bigger.
Huh.
Yeah. It was actually like a pretty big issue for a while. I don't know if they fixed it yet.
So
found a way to
the one of the things that they're doing to deal with the elk problem is instead of just like, you know how they like approved the wolf reintroduction thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
insane. That's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
Imagine backpacking and you see a motherfucking wolf.
Well, you're not just gonna see a wolf. You're gonna see a bunch of wolves. You're gonna see a bunch of wolves. You're not just gonna see a wolf. Yeah.
Gotta
so
keep the glicky on.
they're letting them out like just west of Denver, I think, maybe a little bit more south of Denver, but they're just letting them there, and they're just gonna let the wolves fucking roam up and down because they're gonna go where the elk are.
Yeah.
You know? Like they're gonna go where the food is.
I did a project on this in GIS.
They're going to do. They're just kind of expecting the wolves to make their way into the park naturally,
it's
and then they're just kind of expecting the wolves to just kind of like go ham on the elk population.
That'll be really funny.
And that should bring it more in line.
It's gonna be really funny if they end up having a wolf problem.
I don't think they'll have a wolf problem, but they are already having some problems. And they haven't even really started the reintroduction stuff, but they're already having problems with wolves and cattle.
The winters are gonna get weird because over the summer and like the warm months,
They'll be in the parks.
Yeah, they spread out all like the ruminant or whatever, like the deer and the elk and those guys. They're gonna like spread out across the state, and they have like their general grazing areas. But in the wintertime, when food is restricted, the population area, like where they're seen, constricts.
Yeah,
and it normally constricts around like some populations, or there are some population centers where it like, I don't know, where the deer and stuff go over the winter. And so that's where the wolves are going to be.
Yeah. They're also, again, the biggest concern is that they're going to start going to cattle ranches.
Yeah.
But then you just get to shoot them.
No, you can't shoot them.
You can't
They're
shoot
endangered.
them?
You cannot shoot the wolves. They're endangered.
Damn.
That's the problem.
They
can't shoot the
agenda.
I
wolves.
was talking to somebody in one of my labs, and he lives on a ranch and has a bunch of like prize sheep.
Yeah.
And he said that the fine that he would get for shooting and killing a wolf is a lot less than
losing a sheep.
The price of one of his sheep.
Yeah.
Or one of his lamb.
So it's like what they're looking at. I remember looking at this because I was like, what are they like expecting these like farmers to do? Is they're getting like one solution is like guard donkeys.
Donkeys?
Yeah. So the way it works is you bring in some donkeys and you have to you have to have a couple new donkeys be born with the cattle herd so that they think they're part of the cattle herd.
Whoa.
And so then the donkeys aren't scared of the wolves and they'll just like kick the shit out of the wolves. Because it's not like a pack of wolves running up and like eating the cattle. It's like a single wolf.
Like horses do the same shit. They kick the shit out of them.
If I was a rancher, I would simply create a minefield.
Yeah.
Around
it's not my fault that he died on the minefield.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have
Castle law.
I have it clearly labeled. says minefield.
Victor, I have a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
I have a question. I have a U.S. civics question for you.
Go ahead.
So, if I booby trap my house so that when you open the doorknob, it pulls the trigger of a shotgun, is that legal?
Yes.
I would say it depends on what state.
The answer is no, regardless of what state.
That's
You cannot make fatal booby traps.
That's
you
not
Why
fun.
not?
You can booby trap your house.
This is the liberal agenda.
This is the liberal agenda. You can make booby traps. They just can't be like I pull the door open and then a shotgun on the other side.
Define lethal. Because like, could I make
lethal as in deadly?
Yeah, but like, could I have like a field paint can like swinging from the top of my stairs that if you open the door, it's just like
fucking Home Alone.
Yeah.
No, I think most of the Home Alone traps do not fall under castle law.
They're deadly though.
They are deadly.
Like most of the actual Home Alone traps.
If you were like one of the robbers in Home Alone, at what point would you have turned around? I think I turned around as soon as I slipped down the steps.
Well,
like,
if I was
that's
a
how it
robber in
starts.
Home Alone, I would probably have a gun, and it would be over.
Just shoot the kid.
The movie would be done. Well, I wouldn't shoot him. I'd be like, "Hey, stop! I have a gun."
Yeah. Honestly, as soon as I slipped down the steps the first time, I'm done.
If I was the robber in Home Alone, you know what I do?
What?
I call CPS and then I
That's true.
then I
That's
rob
true.
the house.
That's true.
Actually, yeah, CPS would be a very. That'd be like the morally right.
The morally correct thing is just like they get into the house. They're like, "All right, kid, where's the safe?" And the kid's just like, "Oh, it's in my parents' room." And they're just like, "Well, where are your parents, kid?" And he's like, "Oh, they went on vacation without me." And they're just like, "Really?" And they're just like,
terrible.
It's terrible.
We're gonna call CPS, kid.
We get this taken care of. I don't know. The good ending.
Oh my god!
Did you see they're making like a Home Alone? I think it's a reboot.
You know how many Home Alone
Is it with
movies there are?
Macaulay Culkin?
There's 4.
6 or at least 5.
They should have Macaulay Culkin star in it as the child
I don't
again.
know. I just
Macaulay
don't think
Culkin should be that robber.
yes.
No, he should be the child.
He should be like a
grown
disgruntled.
man.
Yes, I agree with that. He should be like a disgruntled he should be the same kid, but he's like a disgruntled robber now. He should be robbing like one of the crooks from the first
my
movie.
God.
No, you
for,
know what?
vengeance.
You know what? It's the same cast if they're still alive.
Yeah.
And they're just like they just like don't realize they think it's a kid because Macaulay Culkin's just hiding on a room
Yeah.
with all the cameras, and they see him and they're like,
Yeah.
"No."
So, can we agree that Home Alone 2 is the best one? Home Alone 2 Lost in New York is the better Home Alone movie.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
haven't
think
seen them in a
I
while.
like Home Alone 2 more than I like Home Alone.
What do you like?
I just feel like it's more of I feel more Christmassy watching Home Alone 2.
But he finds Jesus in the first one.
No, he finds Jesus in the second one.
No, in the first one.
No, he finds him in the second one because he goes to church.
I think the
he
fifth
also
one
goes
is the
to
best.
church in the first one.
I don't know. I like the second one more. I've always felt more Christmassy with the second one.
Actually, the sixth one is better.
The sixth one, yeah. Well, the second one also has like Donnie Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
Which one? I like the one where it's not Macaulay Culkin. It's one of the other.
I haven't seen any of
There's
these other
there's a
ones.
bunch. So there's one where there's no Macaulay Culkin, and what happens is that there's some spies that are trying to steal some high tech stuff. They accidentally mixed up with a gift that the dad was bringing back.
Yeah.
There's another one which is like the dad's like remarrying a gold digger, and the kid's trying to stop the gold digger. There's a bunch of different ones. It's really funny.
I don't know. Home Alone's just kind of epic. Well, I think we had a pretty good show today. Adam, did you enjoy coming on the podcast?
I loved it.
That was awesome.
I loved it.
Can't wait to have you back.
Can't wait to have you back. Maybe we'll have Hannah on next.
That'd be awesome.
That'll be very epic. I don't know. We'll have the 4-input audio interface. Maybe we can.
We also got to get DJ Nilla on here.
Who is that?
Her dog.
Oh yeah. We could have the dog too.
Pork. We used to do a dog mic.
Yeah, we just like dub in the dog where it's like, "Hi, how's it going?"
No. Cause the dogs have like a bear, like the Japanese
We just get,
samurai voice.
Yeah, we just get exactly.
What's the anime moan called? The Akigai or whatever. The
Ahegao.
Ahiga. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, if you gentlemen could leave the room, I have some stuff to take care of.
What? Totally Spies? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Get out.
Brandon, why are you typing Totally Spies inflation episode?
Get out. Get out.
Bro.
Out.